G'day scrappers, Mennace here with another episode of Scrap Mechanic. We're hanging out inside my construction world here in the dozer, of course, because this thing is absolutely fun to drive around. I've forgotten how cool this thing is. I know, I do say so myself. I'm tooting my own horn here. Oh, I can't wait till I add the horn, by the way. Then I can literally toot my own horn in Scrap Mechanic. If you didn't know, they are adding a horn block, which we can hook up to controllers, and we can also change the pitch of. You can make songs in Minecraft. Wow, I just went there. You can make songs in Scrap Mechanic. We're going to get out of here. Hang on, I just had a bit of an issue. A weird issue indeed. Let's investigate really quickly. Alright, it's just world being derpy. That door didn't open just before. I don't know why. So, to go along with the construction theme of the excavator and the bulldozer, which is here. That's excavator, bulldozer, excavator, bulldozer. We're going to make a few little more vehicular things. Vehicles. We're going to make some more earth-moving type vehicles. And I wanted to do that inside this world. And I think that... yeah, you're a bit broken. We're going to leave you alone. We need to get back to that. Maybe an improvement, because obviously this is the first iteration of the excavator. It kind of doesn't look very nice. I'm thinking about making two things. One, a very simple and fun to operate Bobcat, which would be cool fun, I think, to have in the world. And also well, if you know what a Bobcat is, you know what that is, and a backhoe. So a backhoe is essentially these two sort of put together, more like a loader and an excavator put together. You have the excavator bucket on the back, and you have a bulldozer or a loader bucket on the front. Obviously doesn't do, like in the real world, doesn't do as good of a job as these two items do. These are a lot heavier, earth-moving vehicles, as opposed to the backhoe being sort of for smaller operations. But I think we might actually start by clearing our hotbar here, because it's a bit of a mess. Bit of a mess, just like me. We're going to chuck down the lift in our hotbar 1, our connect tool in number 3. We use our bearing there. And this will be a small... you know what? I think we might just use this. We're going to make the Bobcat first. And then whether or not I probably will spread it over a couple of episodes. Because... oh, disappeared. That's pretty frustrating. I think that that's going to take up all of our time today to make this little Bobcat and make it look purty and make it functional. Because if you know what a Bobcat does, it actually... we need a building material. We'll make... we could probably make this one... we'll make the base out of wood. If you know what a Bobcat does, it actually has a bucket on the front that you can lift up pretty much... pretty much all the way to the top. How long does it take me to complete a sentence in this game? Because it is a long time. Now, if you know how a Bobcat works as well, it doesn't have steering wheels at the front. It actually works the same way that this one does. It uses, well, most of them do. I'm sure there might be even turning. Actually, you know what? I think there might even be ones that use the turning, but I kind of want to use the same sort of deal we did here. I think it's possible. Maybe we'll make a prototype. So what we'll do is we'll do this, all right? We'll get rid of you first of all. Actually, no, you can stay there. That's fine. That. We'll need that. And probably we'll need another one. Like that. So we'll need a forward and a backwards, which will be one bearing. We need a left, and we'll need a right, which will be the two other bearings. So we could probably cut this down a smidge. Let's cut this out here. We'll put in, we'll get rid of that because we don't want any rubbing going on here. And this is my idea. So once I get the idea laid out, I'm going to spend a bit of time ironing the kinks out, but I want to show you as I'm going a bit of my thought process. So we need 3 of them. Okay, we're going to need 3 separate engines, and I think we might run out of room, which might be a little bit difficult. We're going to use you. We need 3 engines on this beautiful machine. 1, 2, 3, like that. Let's get some symmetry going here, like that. All right, that's cool. All right, so then over here, I want to. The first bearing is there. 1, 2. 3, and then wheel goes on here. and wheel goes on here. So that is the width of our Bobcat. We need to obviously bring out this just a bit more. Have I got it? Yeah, it's just like that. Cool, and then we could do the same at the front. We might make it just a bit longer to make it look a wee bit nicer. And then we can do this. So 1, 2, 3. And we're going to use the same concept that we did with our other excavator and bulldozer to hopefully make this turn. So I'm going to lay that foundation down. Whoop, that's way too many. Hang on, did I get 3 in there? Yeah, there's 3 bearings. So like this, all right. Then we can hook up the drive. I think we can hook the drive to these ones here. All right, so you're going the right way, you go that way, and you go that way. So then we want, this is going to be interesting. Let me have a think about this to see if I can get this to actually work, or I'm just going to have to resort to being lazy in a basic way. So there was a boo-boo. I made a boo-boo. And you might have noticed it. Just I wanted to show you that I actually fixed it. We don't need as many as I thought we did. So left, right, forward, reverse. So we can just do this. We could probably make it a little bit thinner, but I'm pretty content with the width of this thing. And then wheel. Okay, so I'm back to figuring out where I was up to. Wait a minute. Did I do it again? Yeah, I did it. I did stuff up, man. Ah, you know, they don't call me a peanut for nothing. 1, 2, 3. 1, get away you. So 1, 2. I could have just deleted that other block. I know, 3. Wait a minute, did I do it again? Oh my. Oh my. Yeah, massive peanut. Go away, you. Like that. Like that. Now I'm very content with the width of this Bobcat. Cool bananas. Cool beans, as some people like hearing me say. This needs to go back down to here, though. And that needs to be in the forward rotation. So this is going to be our left drive. We'll make that the right drive, I should say. And this one's going to be the left drive. To be honest, I probably could cut away with the bearing, but I think I want to make it like fully spinny on the spot style. So if I'm rotating all 4 wheels, it's actually going to be a lot quicker to function, if that makes sense, as opposed to having 2 wheels driving the entire vehicle. Because, I mean, that's an issue we run into with our beautiful excavator and backhoe. If you have a look, when we're turning left, only this one here, this wheel here, and then one other is turning the entire vehicle, and it can struggle. But we want this Bobcat to be nimble and fun, and I'm going to start doing some, I guess, gates in this to get it working properly, and then, yeah, I'll see you in a minute. See, we've made this perfect. That's where the driver's seat's going. Oh, I can't wait. I've learned an interesting thing today. Because we're doing this a little bit different to the excavator, I guess the drivetrain on the previous vehicles, I've made in my head thinking this would work, but it doesn't actually work. So if you have the 3 bearings connected to the engines like that in the same drivetrain or the same drive line, you actually get this problem. Things just spinning and going the wobbles, doing the wobbles. It's so funny. So to fix that, I actually think we could do this. What we can do is get rid of U2, and we can put down 2 controllers for left and right turn. Let's make it nice and beautiful like this. So left is going to be the inside. And what we'll do is we'll actually program them onto a switch like we have on these vehicles, which I'll go through when I get to building it. And then I'll, once I've got all this connected up and hopefully working, we'll see how it goes. We'll hopefully not have to resort to using a... That's interesting. Oh yeah, no, that's fine. Using steering like we do have in a normal vehicle. So I'll hook all this up, put it back on here, and I'll see you in a second. I think you can join me on this. So what I've got is the 2, as I did show you just before, the 2 of them hooked up over there. And we're going to work on the right-hand turn first. So this being the right-hand controller, which will be turning the wheels. We want to have the 2 outside wheels when we're turning turning right to be rotating backwards. We want these two to be rotating forwards. Now I'm going to use blue as the constant forward because it's easier that way. So we want these to go backwards and then these two to go forwards like this. So let's go up over here. Jump on that like that. Okay, then what we need to do is we just simply turn them all. Hey. Like that. 360 degrees. All right. We turn that on here and we will just actually turn it down very slow. We might, to test this theory, should work. So we'll just pop a switch on these right here, connect you up to there, you up to there. And then for now, we're going to hook these two up. Hey, you can go on there and then put it over there like this. So one should, interesting. It's not going to work because that engine, maybe we can have it entirely powered by controllers then. So we're replacing, this is going to be an engineless vehicle. So let's pop this in here. This is going to have to be our forwards and backwards, which is fine because I think it'll work just a little bit slower than you would expect. So we'll hook that up straight to the chair like that. We'll turn you, let's see how fast this will actually go. Well, that's interesting as well, actually. We need to turn that on first of all, but we need to also make sure that everything is going the right direction. That's the wrong way. That's good news for the next step because it worked pretty cool. Oh, wow. That's actually very cool. Whoa, do you see the torque on these things? Look at that. That's actually a lot of torque. Controllers are cool. Issue is, driving it's not that good because if you... things, yeah, you need to... Like if you stop halfway through, it's going to try and either rotate backwards. Like that, see that? So you need to be very... We could probably fix that by just turning this down a little bit. I realize it's going to be a slow vehicle. What we have to do though, before we do that, is actually get it off here because bearings need to reset. I don't think that's very fun at all. All right, we can fix that again. We're going to have to just separate the wheels. That really does suck, but it's fine. We'll have the drive at the back. We'll have the turning at the front with the same concept though, so it should be all right. We'll see. Okay, so we've substituted. We've sacrificed a little bit. The idea was good in theory if the engine actually held bearings straight, but they don't. So what we'll do is we'll have drive at the back. That's reverse and forward. Then we're going to have to use these ones here, like this, and like this, hopefully to turn. Now, based on what we've seen before, everything should be all right. So we're turning right. We want this one to go reverse, which is like that, and this one to go in the forwards direction. And if we're turning left, we want this one to go in reverse. We want you to go forwards, which is fine. So we should be able to test this now by doing this. Idiot. We need to turn them up like that. You know, I'm thinking about it now. I could like put like spread 360 degrees across all of these and it would sort of work. But to be honest, that's not bad. Wait. Calm down, mate. Calm down. Why is one faster than the other? Oh, I see. One is on fast, one is on slow. That's actually pretty cool. I mean, it's a little bit bleh, a little bit icky. Is one of these on? We need to turn you onto that. All right, that's fine. That's because it's a switch. We'll remove the switch, and then we'll put in the controls like we did before, and that's pretty easy. All we need to do is quickly pop in... How am I going to do it nice and... it's not going to be nice, that's the thing. It's going to be have to be off-centered, which kind of is frustrating. That one there, put a block here, put a block here, put a block here, and hopefully the sensor will be blocked by... Is this on a... Are we on a thing? Let's do this really before we do anything else. Hook this bearing up to that. Hook this seat up to that as well. And then all we need to do is figure out when I go like this. That's right. And that's left, which is easy as pie. Right is right, left is left. And then hopefully we should just be able to WASD this stuff. Alright, does this need to go... Interesting. Interesting indeed, because I guess it uses the sensor as an on-off switch. So what we can do is we can spread this out. Get away, you. Across here. So we can go, we should be able to go 60. 120, 240, 360, like this, all right? So we could turn in increments of 60 degrees across the board, and it should work if my brain are smart enough. And we'll have to do it to the other one as well. Hey, calm down, you. Stop it. Let's go. You need to go down to 60 degrees. And then all of you fellas, get up there into 60. And we're good to go. How many is that? 120. Wait a minute. Am I maths the dumbing? 60, 120, 243. Okay, that's too many. So we can split this out. Sorry. 30, 60, 120, 180, 240. Oh, it's not going to be enough. Doodle bugs. All right, we'll just have to go like this. Oh, we can just go 36. If I can maths. Oh, I'm really bad at maths, guys. Please don't criticize. 360 divided by 10. I knew what it was. All right, stop laughing right now. I know you're laughing at me. You're calling me an idiot through the screen. I can hear it from here. I'm an idiot. Yeah, I know. I'm a peanut. This is why you come and subscribe to see some peanuttery things. Like, I get these great ideas, but implementation is not so good. So 36 divided by 10 is exactly 36 for all of you out there who didn't know, which I'm pretty sure you all know. It's a lot different. Like, when I'm recording, being in the hot seat as opposed to viewing from a third party, I always look back and go, oh, you peanut, you should have done this, or oh, you peanut, you missed this. And a lot of people do comment, sometimes not so much very nice comments, but whatever. Some people just get in there and say, you didn't do this right. And I look back and go, why didn't I do that? What was I thinking? You know what I was thinking? I was thinking, is this going to be entertaining enough? What am I going to cook for dinner? What do I have to do at work tomorrow? That's pretty much what I'm thinking. Anyway, let's fix this and I'll shut up. And the final one, 36 on all of them. Everything's looking good at this end. For those who didn't know, you can hold shift on these and go by increments of 1, which is pretty cool. So let's get in this and turn right. Oh man, it's so much slower now. Gas engine, you can go up to there, but for now I want you to go to here. Obviously, because the 360 degree rotation has been spread out over a longer process, things are going to be a bit slower. It's a very slow turning vehicle. Do I have these set up correctly? Nope. Wait, I do. Oh, doodles, man. Do you see what's happening here? That is unfortunate. Very unfortunate indeed. Because these are locked in here, I cannot actually use the drivetrain. What I could come up with, though, is a locking mechanism for when we're turning. I mean, that's really intricate and super crazy. I might be able to do it. I think I can do it. Give me a minute, guys. Okay, now I have one complicated instrument here for such a tiny little car and what I wanted to do. I've had to really kind of go a little bit further than I expected. But I tell you what, it's pretty cool. So how I have done this, we've got this on here. It's going to take a wee bit of explaining. You know what we might do before we do that? It might be easier if I connect up the left and right turning, which I believe are these two controllers at the back. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 controllers just to be able to make what I want happen. Which one is that connected to? This really sucks. Like, honestly, where are you connected to? That one. Okay. I need to really concentrate here, so I'm just going to lay off on the commentary for now. So you need to be on the inside too. That one, just go away. Wait, what? No, that's fine. You need to go here, right? And then you also need to go here. Then you need to go to the outside too. That one and that one. If I've connected everything up right, we should be fine. So that will leave the right one turn right. So we want it to all to go blue. We're turning right. We need you to go clockwise and you to go counterclockwise, which is excellent. We're turning left. We want you to go clockwise and you to go counterclockwise, which is fine. So then we just need to turn everything up. Wait, stop it. To make it just like 90. No, just for now. 3, 4. All of the 90s. 3, 4. And we'll leave it on fast. And you know what? Today we're not going to finish this thing. I'm sure you've realized that by now. But we might be able to get this drivetrain sorted. It's probably going to be a little bit laggy in the response of turning left and right, but it's what I want it, or how I want it to behave. So let's just see if this is going to work. Okay, it does work. It does work. It works. It works. It works. It's just I have got obviously something wrong here. When we're turning right, which is the right side one, which I'm starting to get some lag on now, which is the inside. So you need to turn the other way. Both turn the same way. Put you on here. Stop it. Stop it, lag, please. So let's see if this is going to work. Turning right. Oh boy. Turning left. It's a little bit, but it works. It might be a little less so if we put an engine on here. Put you in there and then I'm going to quickly explain it, and then we have to finish. Actually, we don't do that. Oh no, we can do that. No, we better leave it. So hook you up. The whole reason I'm doing all of this is to avoid putting buttons on my hotbar in the driver's seat. I want to be able to use WAS and D to rotate, turn left and right the way I want it to. You know what we might need to do actually? I might need to explain it, then tell you what I'm going to do. So, as you can see by this giant mess here, it is crazy. So I have 4 controllers. I have 4 sensors as well. I have an AND gate with multiple inputs, and that controls our little blocks down here. So to start it off, to explain it as best as possible, why do I have 4 of these? Ah, yes. Okay, so... Wait, what? Okay, so that's fine. That's for that. So those 2 are for the AND gate. All right, so these 2 back controllers... Stop throwing me around, you silly car. The 2 back controllers here are connected to the 2 front tires. So this one on the left will rotate these in a direction that will make the vehicle turn left. This one here does the same, but for turning right. Okay, and they're activated by the switch we have in the middle here, which is connected to the driver's seat, which rotates this back and forth. So we turn left, right? This is how the signal goes through. Turning left, this will rotate to the left, activate this sensor, which will then activate this controller, which will then tell the wheels to turn in such a manner to allow us to turn left. Exactly the same for turning right. At the same time that is happening, this goes over to this side. It activates the sensor for turning left. This sensor here activates one of the 2 controllers at the back here connected to an AND gate. So this is the output of the AND gate, and it can be triggered by both these 2 bearings here by simply putting, you see how those 2 blocks there, these 2 blocks are sort of over the sensor, but not quite. So once the sensor turns, you see how it turned one of them, and we'll activate that sensor at the back. All right, and the same goes for the opposite direction. So it's an AND gate for turning left and right. Okay, once this AND gate is activated, it will then send a signal to these locking mechanisms here, which are just simply bearings on the top and bottom. Right, bearings on the top and bottom that will come out and lock this singular, this one single block, which is on a free bearing. I thought I'd done it wrong, but I did do it right. On a free bearing in place in order for these wheels to be able to be rigid and move. Very complicated piece of machinery just for the locking mechanism, but it works. So what I want to do now is simply delay the drive to the wheels by a little bit. And to do that, we need to come into here and we'll, no, into this one. And what we'll do is we'll move everything over just by 2. And hopefully, it's going to be a little bit laggy. Hopefully this will work and I can end the episode here because we're running out of time pretty much. Hopefully I've not gone on for too long because things can get quite boring, obviously, if I keep rambling. So, put these 2 here like this and these 2 here like that. And then we should be like good to go. Look at that. It actually works really well. So you can see here by turning left. Oh. We can just have to go the other way. That's right. We'll put this back on here. It's because I haven't got the left and right mechanisms on a rotation. I do. Oh, it's going to loop and stop for a bit. So I'll need to sort of spread them out. It's not going to happen. That's all right. For now, I'm pretty happy with how this machine works. And we're going to make this a 2-part series, obviously, because I need to work on the rest of the machine to get it running. But we have got forward and backwards if I turn this up. Yeah, of course. Why are you guys at the front not spinning? All right. I'll have to spread that out. That's okay. We can fix that. I can just simply move the locking mechanisms back a wee bit, giving it a bit more room. It might make it a little bit bigger, but it should be fine. At least we can turn right and we can turn left. No worries. Kind of causes a few messes up, but it's fine. That's it for this episode, guys. Hopefully I haven't rambled on too long, and I hope you understand everything that's sort of gone on here. That AND gate, by the way, I got from Assumovoid. I'll put a link to that in the description because that is a very useful logic gate for scrap mechanic if you are building very complicated stuff. Not saying this is very complicated, but still pretty intense. But anyway, as I was saying, that's it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Obviously, pretty basic episode. Well, from the end of it coming out, it looks like we haven't really done much, but we've done so much. Again, thank you for the support on these videos. Hit that like button. I'll see you all next time.